What's up, gravel family? My name's Jason and I am coming at you with a very exciting Average Joe review where I try to review products from our sponsors in 3 minutes or less. Take it with a grain of salt because these are products from our sponsors, but I do try to shoot it to you straight. This one's also going to be longer than 3 minutes, so stick with me. But I'm really excited to announce as well as give a review for the brand new Lauf Úthald. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. It's an Icelandic word for endurance. Ollie's told me a dozen times how to say it and I keep saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. But this brand new Lauf bike is pretty incredible. Right off the bat, I want to say this is a road bike first, but it is an incredibly capable road bike. One of the most capable road bikes I've ever seen and ever ridden for sure. I've taken this bike on obviously road, single track through Wilderness Park, limestone trails, paved trails, and of course gravel. And whatever I threw at it, it was more than capable to do. So I want to kind of get into who I think this bike is for and why, but know that this is a capable bike of doing gravel worlds. The thing I want to talk about because of that is tire clearance. That's going to be the number one question with this bike. Officially, 35C tires can fit on here. I was messing around with it a little bit. Unofficially, you can fit 38C tires. Very capable of doing the gravel around here, around Lincoln, and for gravel worlds. Is it the best to do gravel worlds? Probably not, but if you want a gravel bike, Lauf has one of the best gravel bikes in the world with the Lauf Segla. Next up is the weight. The weight of the bike, when I put bottle cages, pedals, Garmin power meter pedals, Garmin mounts for lights and head unit, 18.5 pounds. That's ridiculous. That is insanely light with all that on there. The next thing I want to talk about, comfort. So the comfort of this bike is insane for a fast road bike. You can see it steals a lot of designs from the Segla with this dropped rear triangle. That allows a lot of flex in the seat tube, which is basically free suspension. So the rear end of this bike is super comfortable. Riding gravel and all of that, the rear end triangle feels very similar to the Segla. Very, very comfortable up here. The only difference really on the front is this feels more like the Segla rigid version gravel bike. It's a little bit stiffer than that because it is a road bike, but the front end is still very compliant, very comfortable, even riding on gravel roads. Next is stability and handling. The bike is very, very stable, especially in crosswinds. The last few road bikes I owned before I went full gravel were incredibly unstable, especially in crosswinds. If you've been in Lincoln the last several weeks, you know that it's been crazy windy, so I've been testing this in 20-mile-an-hour crosswinds and tailwinds, headwinds. In whatever wind condition, this thing is really, really stable. So very, very impressive with the stability. Handling is ridiculous on this. So it compared to the other road bikes that I have ridden, it is super snappy, really, really comfortable in the turns that you do. So I'm really excited to do some really cool like mountain descents on this thing. I think it'll be really fun. Next is the speed. I don't have wind tunnel data or anything like that to know, but all I can say is first ride out of the box, I got a KOM. Second ride, I broke my 40-kilometer time ever that I've ever had. And then the next ride, I broke that 40-kilometer time again. So wildly impressive. Next is the price. It's similar to all Lauf bikes. Their price, I don't understand their pricing of how they can make it so affordable for the product that you get. This is a high level, very capable road bike that can do gravel, can do single track. You might even be able to do like cyclocross on it if you wanted to, if that was the only bike in your stable. But it is incredibly fast, a very capable road bike that can do gravel events as well as crush it on the road. Starting out, they're gonna just have two builds. The SRAM Rival build starts at $34.90. That's ridiculous. Less than $3,500 for a high-end, capable road bike. That's ridiculous. And this build is going to be their top end build with SRAM force at just $4,690 for a high-end road bike. I tried to go compare the builds of this bike versus all the other major brands, and the closest I could find was over $2,000 more. So, and some of the other competitors for this same bike, for the same build, high-end, their high-end road bike, we're talking almost $10,000 less. Again, I don't know how they do it, but they are incredibly fair for what they offer for their price. I would challenge anyone to find a similar capable build of any road bike for the price. I don't think you're gonna find it. So who do I think this bike is for? I know we have a lot of people, especially on the coast. Like if you're on the coast or in a place where you're predominantly riding road, I know we have a lot of those out there. And then they do 1, maybe 2 gravel races a year. This is an incredible option for you. If you're just doing a couple races, you're doing gravel very, very rarely, you just want to throw on some slightly larger tires, this is a great bike for you, to be honest. Or if you're looking to add a road bike to your stable, this is probably one of the most affordable and best bikes that you're going to be able to find. So great job, Lauf. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. Stick around as we have some really exciting things that we're going to do with this bike in the next couple months. So just make sure you follow along on some really cool things that Lauf is letting us do with this bike. So thank you all so much. This has been another Average Joe review.